We have started with Reddit marketing in the forums. We are currently testing with the Quora as well. We have found great success with the Quora. We'll be introducing that in a couple of months into the platform. And then for YouTube marketing, you can hire influencers through our platform. We take care of the complete scripting part, from ranking to SEO optimization of things. Everything is taken care of through the platform. Then we introduce some packages. So when you do a Reddit post, you can buy a package and we help you rank through the package as well. If you create a YouTube video, we help you get engagement through the YouTube video and help that rank in the Google and YouTube as well. Then we just launch your own custom software. You can always white label our software using your custom domain, custom email. There is a dedicated support team there which can take care of everything. Today we are here to talk about Reddit. So in this complete slides, we'll talk about threads, posts, upvotes, and links. So most of you are here from affiliate marketing, and this is the biggest challenge that you guys face. What kind of links you need to do, when you need to, include that links. Let me be very clear that Reddit is a patience game. You need to be patient. You need to have patience in order to, succeed with Reddit. And we'll start off with the threads part of things, how to find the exact threads and stuff like that. So we have mastered the tool. So you can scrap using, which I will show you in the demo in the future. But for the tool, you can use our tool to find the relevant threads that are having traffic. Or you can always do Google search. It's very basic. You can do search operators and stuff like that, and Reddit search. These are the three best ways to do that. Any other tool that is there, you can use that to find, there are tools like there where you can input subreddits and find the relevant threads that are coming in real-time basis. But they keep on changing the search API. So it faces a lot of issues. So I will recommend that you use all the three, ways to do that. Okay, now we'll talk about the age of the thread. So for example, you are a construction company, I would say roofers in LA. Let's take an example of that. So there are a lot of Redditors that are looking for your services, and who is going to be on the hottest leads. Anyone who is looking for a recommendation in a particular city or any service that comes out as a hot leads. And through our experience, we have seen that when you start commenting on that particular thread, whenever people is looking, a lot of other people who are looking for the same service reaches out to you. How we have determined this is through the data. Whenever you start commenting, you see an increase in your brand searches through the platform, through the search console and stuff like that. You also see you can track it using Hotjar and stuff like that, that people are landing in your website, and you can do the tracking part yourselves. Now coming on to ranking threads on Google. So there are two type of threads. I can classify that as old threads and new threads. Talking about the old threads, I would say there are a lot of threads that are already ranking, that are a year and old. I wouldn't recommend getting a lot of engagement towards that thread, because what happens is it get auto moderated and your comments get removed. So those threads are best. You just comment in and then wait it out for, I would say 10 days, 15 days or something like that, and then start sending engagement more. I would say getting some upvotes in that, then pause it for a couple of days and then send it again. So we'll have a live demo of everything. Then archive threads, don't touch them. As soon as you try to get engagement to archive threads, first thing, the complete threads gets deleted. And I would personally prefer to create a new thread so that you can control the complete narrative and then ranking that thread. So through our experience, what we have seen is when a thread is ranking for a particular keyword, and you will have 2 or 3 threads ranking for the particular keyword, and if a thread is archived, you just create another thread and send engagement, links, and the usual stuff, and then it starts ranking and it take over the archive threads, not the threads that are live, that are getting engagement. So that is the best way to move forward with the archive threads.
You said the 1 month old threads are hot leads.
Yeah.
What if there is a post in the SERPs that is very high, like position 2, but it's a year old?
Yeah.
Would it not still be a hot
So I took an example of construction company. So any person who is looking for, say, roofers, that will be a hot lead. It totally depends on your niche. It totally depends on what your audience is, what kind of services you provide. If you are in SaaS, yes, it can be a hot lead even after 1 month. But if it's like, I would say, time-based, time-sensitive things, then I think that is for that. Like, yeah. So if you are a SaaS platform, then if you're ranking in the second position and you have a mention in the top, I think all the leads will be hot for you. We'll see an example of both the things. Okay. Okay. So right way to create a post. I would say, like, if you are doing something like looking for a recommendation for, I would say, dermatologist or something like directly, it gets flagged. Your post is taken down. I would say a post like, hey, I've worked with this dermatologist, I've worked with this, and then when you set the tone as an open-ended and let other Redditors comment on that. So I think that is the best approach to go forward. So for example, when you say, hey, we tested 50 guest post platforms, here's what actually worked for link building. And then you can always mention your brand in the first so that you get the maximum visibility. And then you use our accounts to comment, hey, I used this platform and this had this best features and a couple of negative things as well. Okay. Also, when you're doing a thread, you can do as much mentions as you want. It should not be promotional, but I will recommend when you're doing affiliate marketing to add links and mentions later. You can always ping our support team, and then you can add mentions and links later in the stage. Okay. Now, ranking a post. So when you are doing a comment in a particular thread, you just need to check what is the first thread getting the engagement. I would say if it is getting 10 upvotes and 2 comments, just get like 5 more upvotes from that for that to rank, and I think 3 more, I would say just a couple of more engagements so that you start ranking in there. And you can also set up automation so that when because your competitors are doing the same thing that we see on a daily basis. So when the upvotes, they are doing more and more upvotes, and you can always start pushing your comments as well, depending on if you are getting the ROI, of course, that in life of a post. So through our tests, we have seen that once you rank a post, and unless and until it is knocked down through one of your competitors or taken out by another post that is thread ranking, it sticks. It sticks for like, I'll show you an example of posts that are like 7 months, 8 months old that are still getting us a lot of, I would say, ROI. Okay, so for upvotes, I will say something like delivery speed matters. When you are doing an upvote to a old thread, I'll segregate it into 2 parts, old and new. So when you're doing upvotes in an old thread, you can do drip automation, like send 1 upvote daily, 2 upvotes daily, or stuff like that. But when it is a new thread that you have created or your competitor has created or anyone who's looking for the service, you can go all out. You can go like by 100 upvotes, 200 upvotes, and it will add to the engagement, and that post starts ranking like crazy on a daily basis, I would say.